Why is it on successful people to take care of people that aren't successful? Why is it, if I go out there and I become successful and I make my money, why do you feel I have to take care of other people?
So I'm going to ask you an important question.
Yeah, ask me.
Is everybody go to college become successful?
No.
Exactly. You just answer the question.
If I do become successful, why do people feel that I owe them something?
Because I
don't owe them shit.
No, the problem is we as black people, we've been coming from behind all of our lives. It's just like you're running an 800 meter and you're coming from behind to win the race. We never get a start. We never have a start because we never have a start. Or our dad or our mom didn't have the money to send us to college.
And who was responsible for putting us in the last place? How did we get in last place? So
where we get in last place.
How we get in last place?
I'm going to explain this. The where we get in last place is
Jim Crow, redlining.
No, we didn't even going to go back in Jim Crow. So this is our
segregation.
Listen, that's in the past. We're going to go in the early 2000s. So the reason why we always in the last place is if your mom is working at McDonald's and she just flipping burgers, right? Where do you expect you're going to live? You're either going to live in Garden Valley, you're going to live in a project, or guess what? If she's flipping a burger, she only going to afford a $700 apartment.
Whose fault she flipping burgers?
Because we're coming from behind.
So you mean to tell me that you can't go to college or start a business and no, I get what you're saying.
So,
but I got to play devil's advocate here. I gotta
refresh your mind.
I gotta say, when are you gonna start? When you gonna stop blaming society?
No. I'm gonna refresh your mind
for
I'm gonna teach you something.
Non-success.
I can pull this up right now on my computer in front of me. So remember, when you go to a community college, right? You put in and type in your parents' income. I'm going to backtrack you a little bit. But when you apply for FAFSA at the community college, if your parents is married and your mom making $20,000 and your dad is making $15,000, right? That's $35,000, right? You do not get financial aid.
But whose fault is that they're making $15,000 and making $20,000?
So what I'm saying is, remember, in your hindsight,